Welcome back to the Holler. Holler's hollering across the state. Thanks to your support. We appreciate it. Chipping in really keeps us going. Make it $10 a month and get one of these sweet hats like the one I'm wearing. Elisa Parker, if you're buying or selling a home, do it through her. If you need a lawyer, Abby Rubenfeld. All right, I just wanted to jump on here, talk about something that's sticking in my craw today. Should be sticking in everyone's craw, frankly. Absolutely ridiculous situation with these ICE agents, which, we're calling them Trump's Gestapo. I don't think that's overboard to call them that. They are just completely out of control, terrorizing so many communities, terrorizing immigrants, especially in LA. They just seem to be running around grabbing brown people, sticking them in vans. These guys are wearing masks in unmarked cars. They're not showing badges. They're just like pointing to these dime store badges on their chests as though that somehow validates it, when everybody has seen that you can buy these things on Amazon for like $10. So it's just ridiculous what's going on out there. What I wanted to come on here and say is I have, as the Holler, been covering Tennessee politics for 7 years now. So we know some people and I have some relationships now, and I talk to people on both sides of the aisle. Local media doesn't consider me media. That's fine. I don't care what you call me. You guys hopefully get some information from us, and a lot of it is from firsthand sources. And I do have connections. I do go to press conferences. I do talk to people. I do try to do that when they let me in. And so when I've been seeing these reports of fake ICE agents, which I'm going to show you a few of them now. This was back in February, but it happened. Then this was in Philly, where this guy pretended to be an ICE agent, robbed an auto shop. He zip tied a woman and thankfully just stole $1,000 in cash. That could have been a lot worse. And then we've got LA now. Fake ICE agents were going after schools.
Superintendent says fake ICE agents appear to be targeting the school district's community. Superintendent confirming 3 cases just within the last week.
It seemed that it was to create intimidation.
ICE agents going after buses, going after schools, kids. This was inevitable. This was obviously going to happen. And so here we are, it's happening. My question to people that I talk to in this state, in our state, is like, what can we do about it? And alarmingly, the answer was pretty much nothing. And I refuse to accept that. Now, what to do about it? I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is this. If you drill down on the process, somebody shows up with a mask on in an unmarked car and won't show any real badge or ID. And you can't stop and say, I'm not getting in that car with you until I know you're real, without then violating like some sort of resisting arrest law. That's fucking crazy. That cannot be. You should have to at least identify yourself, or you should be able to, as the kidnappee, the person who's getting grabbed, which, by the way, this is happening to United States citizens in LA and probably happened to citizens in Nashville. We don't know who it happened to because we don't have that information. Also, by the way, these city people say they don't really have any ability to find out who this is happening to. So this has probably already happened. And you've got these like bounty hunter situations. There has to be some point in the process where you are able to say, show me your ID, or I'm calling the cops and you can ID yourself to them. Because otherwise, what the fuck are we doing? People in masks with bullshit vests and badges sewn into them that don't identify them at all, forcing you into unmarked vans. And if you don't go, you're committing a crime. This is crazy. Are we just going to wait until somebody gets kidnapped and raped? Who the fuck knows if that's happened or not already, by people pretending to be these guys? And who are these guys? I mean, that's another thing. Who are we actually deputizing to do this? But you have to be able to at least differentiate between the people who are actually valid by, whatever standards this government is using, who they actually at least can keep tabs on, and people that they can't. It's nuts. And you've now got 3 documented instances, at least, of this happening, the last of which is happening at a school with kids. It cannot be that we have no way of verifying who these people are when they are forcing people into vans. You mix that with our gun laws in this state. Like, how long until somebody fires a gun at one of these guys? And whose fault will that be? And I can promise you this. Every single legislator who is a Republican in Tennessee who carries a gun, which probably all of them, if a masked man came to them and tried to force them into a car, every single one of them would shoot them in that situation. So what are we saying, that the Second Amendment rights don't apply to brown people? They only apply to white people? Because this is happening to U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens are getting dragged out of their work vans. They're getting thrown up against fences. A landscaper, a gardener, who is the father of 3 Marines, unidentified ISIS. Look, you're punching him in the head. You've seen this by now, I'm sure. The father of 3 Marines. This is DHS's video. They posted this, right? They're spraying with mace, and they say that's assault with a weed whacker because he's trying to block the mace with the weed whacker and getting punched. And they shared that video as though that somehow made it better. Look at that. That's an ICE agent pointing a gun at a random car driving by. And so how long until somebody shoots back? No matter what the law says about whose fault that actually is, who's going to get in trouble for it? We don't have a law anymore. We have whatever Donald Trump and Republicans say the law should be. And so what is that? What are we? We should be asking fundamental questions about what we are right now. This is how we slip into totalitarianism, authoritarianism. It's whatever they say it is. It's whatever they want it to be. And the enforcers are whoever they decide. This is how it happens, guys. There's not an announcement. Today we are authoritarians. Today we are totalitarian. That's not how this works. This is how this works. As I said yesterday, the alarmists have yet to be wrong. I am a proud alarmist. Show me when we were wrong. This is only going to get worse. They are counting on us to fight back so martial law can be declared. You're probably right about that. It's what happened with the Tennessee 3 also. When you resist, it's the backlash, the crackdown that shows people what's really going on. So on some level, even though they are counting on the resistance, we also have to count on them cracking down, because the more they crack down, the worse this gets, the more people wake up. Just like with Selma, where they walked across the bridge and they knew the crackdown was going to come. They knew they were going to get beaten, but it showed the world what was going on. Just like they're counting on the resistance has to count on the crackdown, and you can't let it stop you. None of it's easy. All of it's scary. Keep filming. I think that's a really important point. Film everything. Always film. There has to be pressure on city officials to speak up about this, pass ordinances to say you have to be able to call the police. At least come verify that this person is real. You have to, or else what's going on? Or even better, make them show badges and ID themselves. Marsha Blackburn has a secret police bill to basically codify this and to protect and ensure that this will happen more. Instead of banning this fake ICE agent stuff, requiring ID, which is what we should be doing, Tennessee Republicans and Marsha are going the other way. And there's a state level bill from Jack Johnson and Cameron Sexton that is going to punish local officials who reveal the identities of these people. Their argument is that protecting us from criminals, and Marsha's got this 500% ICE assault number that she pulled out of her ass that doesn't seem to be based on anything real. They're going the other way and protect mass vigilantism. To me, the pressure has to be on the city to at least speak up about this, tell their cops to start doing something about it. Make sure these people are at least real. I'm not trying to get into who they're grabbing, how ridiculous all of this is, how we are essentially crippling our own economy, going after innocent people who pick our food and take care of children and clean things and do jobs that Americans don't even apply for. Don't get me started on that and how upside down that whole conversation is. But if you are going to do this, at the very least, you need to let people know that these are real people before something terrible happens, which may already have happened. We don't even know. The city people that I talk to, they say they don't even have any way of verifying how many people have been grabbed, who they were, what they actually did to deserve it. None of that. The cities have been totally usurped in all this, just saying, oh, there's nothing we can do. It's federal law. Now we are just at the mercy of obviously bad faith actors. And then there's a whole scandal waiting to happen. I think we all know this, that the reason that they're protecting their identities like this is because of who these people are that are signing up to do this job, that are well compensated, by the way. So the money is a part of it. Who these people are, what their backgrounds are. Is this militia people? Is this people who were there that were pardoned at January 6th? Identifying themselves is not that much to ask. The profit motive here, completely obvious and unmistakable. And now you've got this story this week about facility that's being built in Florida called Alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades off in the middle of nowhere on an airport tarmac where they're going to be taking people. It's going to be like a tent camp in the hot Florida heat. My grandparents survived the Holocaust. We're in concentration camps. Like, I'm not saying this is like the Holocaust where we're gassing people to death. Putting people in these concentration camps, which they are, the companies like CoreCivic and Geo Group that are doing it, that camp right there is going to cost $450 million yearly. This isn't just cruelty. It's big business. brought to you by the people who say we're broke. They're making a lot of money doing this. There's a reason their stocks skyrocketed when he won. It's a cycle of cruelty and it's vicious. And even if you support mass deportations of innocent people, to do it this way is horrific and it's not polling well. And to me, I think it's a big part of why there's so much attention on the Middle East right now. It's because Trump needed to distract from something. Even if you support mass deportations, this ain't it.
ICE raids are fucking nuts, man. I don't think the Trump administration, if they're running and they said, we're going to go to Home Depot and we're going to arrest all the people at Home Depot, we're going to go to construction sites and we're going to just like tackle people at constructions. I don't think anybody would have signed up for that. They said, we're going to get rid of the criminals and the gang members first. And now we're seeing like Home Depots get raided. Like, that's crazy.
You were warned so many fucking times, man. You were warned so many times. They had mass deportation signs at the RNC. Feigning ignorance on this is like ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But yes, I do agree. Most of the country does not want this. And now you see that it's wrong. And so speak up and be loud and let's put a stop to this. The idea that you didn't know is just crazy making. It was so obvious this was going to happen. The policy that you're talking about, where they go after actual criminals, that's what Biden and Obama did. That was the policy. It's not like they weren't deporting people. That's what Kamala ran on over and over again. They made it clear that this was Stephen Miller's fever dream that we were going to get into. They were going to deputize the worst of the worst, playing Pokemon Go with undocumented people. And they are very clearly getting paid per person. How did you not know this? With that platform that you have and all the content that you obviously consume, how did you not know this? You're either lying your ass off or you're a moron. You had to know this. Now you can have regrets about it, and I hope you do, but you had to know this. Thing that you're talking about was the policy. And now Marsha needs us to think that this is all about criminals. But the truth is, Cato, 65% have no convictions and 93% have no violent convictions. So this is not about getting violent people out of the community. It's not about that. And I know if you're watching this feed, you probably know that. And as Ariana Grande says, could someone explain which crimes get you deported and which get you elected president? It's so confusing to her 400 million followers. I think is important for people to use their platforms like that. Speak up about all of this stuff and pressure your city governments. Speak up about the fake ICE agent bullshit that is happening and make them get out in front of this before something really terrible happens, because it's coming. I am a proud alarmist. We have yet to be wrong. I can guarantee you this fake ICE agent thing is going to go somewhere terrible. Already probably has. We just don't know it. I appreciate you guys so much. Truly means a lot that you follow what we're saying and you amplify what we're doing. Keep following. We'll see you next time.
In the heart of Tennessee, where the mountains meet the sky, there's a fire burning in our souls. We feel it deep inside. From Memphis or to Nashville to Knoxville in between, there's a chorus rising up for justice to be seen. Join the Tennessee holler, let the mountains echo truth. Let the voices ring like thunder from our elders and our youth. Every single step we take and every word we say, we'll always yell the truth and fight for a better day. From the halls of power to the back roads of the land, we're raising up our voices for the marginalized to stand. With courage in our hearts and passion in our eyes, we'll keep on marching forward till we see justice rise. Tennessee holler, let frame songs resound. There's a future filled with justice where joy and love abound. We'll fight the fight together, keep our eyes fixed on the prize, and we'll always yell the truth till we see freedom rise. Join the Tennessee holler, let the mountains echo truth. Let the voices ring like thunder from our elders and our youth. Every single step we take and every word we say, we'll always yell the truth and fight for a better day. From the halls of power to the back roads of the land, we're raising up our voices for the marginalized to stand. With courage in our hearts and passion in our eyes, we'll keep on marching forward till we see justice rise.